All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Diamond Zone. Monday morning. What's the date today? What is the date today? What is it? 24th, July 24th. Oh my gosh, wow. All right, so obviously we are finishing up our 2-week cycle that we started 13 days ago. So tomorrow is the end of this week's this pay cycle's 2-week. Wow, that was just came out real good. So anyway, please make sure, guys, you got to check your volume. Make sure you're checking your volume of where you are with potential next ranks and rankings, because obviously there's a lot of people out there that are shooting for platinum. They're trying to get to maybe diamond, requalifying diamond. I know we got a couple of people requalifying double diamond and also grand diamond this pay cycle. So very exciting stuff that's going on. So also make sure you're mapping out your organization, guys. And as we go into the next pay cycle, you always want to try to identify, right, all the people that you have on your team that are serious about the business. Okay, in other words, who do you have on your team that really wants to hit a rank, right? As you know, a lot of people that you have on your team are just out there and they're doing whatever they're doing. But what you're always trying to identify is who you can count on, because everything and all the rankings that you will achieve is based on, okay, what other people want to accomplish. So obviously, if you want to get to diamond, if you had 2 people hit platinum, okay, 1 on each leg, right, you're a diamond. And so it's all a matter of just driving business through other people. And so, you know, this has been exciting these last 2 weeks. We had an unbelievable event in Orange County on Saturday. I know a lot of people came down.
เมื่อกี้พี่เงียบ
Hang on, let me.
เอิร์ธอยู่ไหนเนี่ย
Hang on. You guys be aware of your mute, please. There we go. Awareness, everybody. Awareness. You're on camera. No awareness. No awareness. Hang on.
โอเคน้องเปิดฟังพี่ถึงไหนแล้วเนี่ย
Hang on. See, Tim, this happened yesterday. It didn't happen yesterday because I muted everybody. It's okay. Okay, I think we got it. No, maybe not. Okay, hopefully that does it. Anyway, we had a great event yesterday, guys, in Orange County. We had a packed house, as you could see on your screen. We had over 200 people there. But the impressive part was that we had over 68 guests. And that's a testament to everybody that attended that event. And obviously, we want to take it and we want to duplicate what Orange County did. I mean, Tuan and Van did an unbelievable job. Christina Torres, Taylor Worry was there. He really did a great job, really telling everybody about his story, and a lot about corporate updates. And, you know, just the feeling of the day was just excitement, enthusiasm, and that's the whole purpose of these Super Saturdays. So I also want to have a big shout out to, oh, why am I drawing a blank? It'll come back to me. Hang on, guys. I'm warming up this morning. All right, so let's also talk about the upcoming events that we have this week, or I should say in 2 weeks. I want to make sure everybody knows about them, and I know you've heard over and over again. Did you guys see Lisa making dinner last night? All right. So let me get to the, where's my, we're going to be in Minnesota. There we go. That's that one. We're going to be in Minnesota on the, where are we? Where are my things? Here we go. Okay. Minnesota 3rd through 5th, guys. The 3rd will be an opportunity presentation, and the 5th will be a Super Saturday. So make sure if you have people in the Minnesota market, we're really building towards that event. Also, I just want to shout out, this weekend is Ramasio Fulcher's Clarity event. So for all those people that are going to that, that's going to be something that will be life-changing. So I believe that's a 2-day event in Sacramento. So then we hit the road to Minnesota. We'll be in Chicago on the 8th. There's a diamond out there, Mr. Bill Thompson. So August 8th from 7 to 9 o'clock. Please make sure if you have anybody in the Chicagoland area, that is a business overview and fast start training. Then we're going to Orlando on the 10th. Business opportunity presentation and fast start training. And then finishing up our Presidential Millionaire Tour, that's what we're calling this. Okay, we'll be in Fort Myers, Florida on August 12th from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock with a social event to follow. So that is what is happening now. Also, just note, because you know, the better, more speakers, the better. Sandy and Ken Kelm, okay, will be joining us in Orlando at both events. So Sandy and Ken Kelm, I believe, are grand diamonds. A lot of you saw them speak in the Las Vegas event. So that's going to be great. We're so excited to have them with us, and it's just going to make that event much better. So that is what is happening with our tour. Now, here's the other thing. We were at the event in Orange County. I think I told everybody, you know, Lisa was contacted by the Today Show, the producers, and we will be live, I should say Hilo, will be featured on the Today Show tomorrow morning at 8:30. Tomorrow morning at 8:30, we will be featured on the Today Show. Taylor Worry and corporate is very aware of it, and they are very excited because we've never had this kind of exposure. We were on Fox, okay, but we're talking about the Today Show national, and you know, we're getting a lot of press, guys, and it's very exciting. So I would have your cameras out. Obviously, we will have that recorded and give it to you as a tool, you know, for you to do. But I'd love everybody to obviously tune into that, because that's going to be very, very exciting. So what I want to talk about today, guys, is the foundation of your business. And hang on, I know you're asking Pacific time. All they told me was 8:30 Pacific time. But then she said something. The producer said it's going to run at 8:30 in every time zone. So I don't even know what that means. Okay, so she goes, don't worry, it's 8:30 in every time zone. So I don't know. I don't know how they do things, or if it's recorded or whatever it is. Okay, but that's what they told us. So anyway, that's my answer. I love I don't know answers, by the way, and you guys should get used to I don't know answers. Because if you know what that means? It means you think you have to explain. And if you think you have to explain, that means you're talking too much. And if you're talking too much, you're dead in the water. That's my philosophy, okay, when it comes to this business. Less is best. So what I want to talk about is the foundation of your company. And, you know, as you know, and I opened up with this, and I just want to just the concept for you guys to start thinking about this. You know, when you go out there and you start to build your business, right? Here's you in the business, okay? And you start sponsoring the people that you're bringing in, right? And we all know that when you bring somebody in, you want to get that person started the right way. And this is what we spend a lot of time with on Saturday. And as we go to these different cities, okay, it's all about getting people off to a fast start. And I know for a lot of people listening, this is very repetitive, but it's so very important, because if you are going to be a good sponsor, and you're going to recruit a lot of people, your time is valuable, right? So you just want to make sure you're not spending your time with the wrong people. And this is not about being mean. This is just about identifying who really wants to do the right things. And you can't make people, as you know, do this. See, if I was good enough to make somebody do this, I have to be really good at getting them to actually go out there and build a business. That takes time, effort, and energy. And I'm a business person just like you're a business person. And so when you set the ground rules, if you're going to bring in 6 to 8 people a month, right, which is what we need to do in order to have the right foundation, you got to identify who wants to go to work. And, you know, when Tuan and Van did their fast start training on Saturday, okay, I learned something. And you know what they do? Okay, and I love this because I'll sit down with people, I'll go through the welcome letter, I'll find out what they got, okay, what I have very quickly. I want to see if they're going to make their list. I want to see if they're going to start putting together an action plan, of course. And they do the same thing. But the other side of this is, and their logic is, if someone can't get their first 2 right away, then why would they deserve my time? So you bring people in, you go through the welcome letter, right? You spend that quality time with the person, and then you watch what they do. But leaving there, you have to tell them, you got to get your 2 very quickly. Because why would somebody want to work at 10% if they could work at 20%? So if I'm sponsoring all these people, right, and then you got this person that gets their 2 right away, who are you going to spend your time with? Okay, obviously you want to work this business right here. This is how you determine who deserves your time. Because now we have lots of people all around the country. We have people all around the world now. And I might be working with somebody, okay, that may be 10 levels deep, but that's the one that has decided to build a business. But the only way you're able to do this, and this is where a lot of people have to turn the switch on, you got to become a good sponsor. But it's not just sponsoring and mass recruiting, okay? Because a lot of people will mass recruit, but then there's no training or follow-up, right? They're just out there. Go do it, okay? Watch the 2-minute video, watch the 5-minute video, and teach everybody to do the same thing. I understand that. I get it. But I do believe that the people that really want to run, they need support. Okay, and the support system is here, but what's driving the business is the simplicity of our business. I think everybody understands that. Okay, so what I want to talk about, and as you do out there, draw out your organization, guys. Okay, you should have a whiteboard. Okay, and you should put on the top of the whiteboard and you need to draw out all your business legs. And you need to put, if you have a business leg here that takes off, right? All the way like this, and you have this one person you brought in, and he has a huge organization, you need to draw it out. And then go down and say, okay, who's the leader? Who's the one that really wants to rank advance? Because once you find the anchor, let's say the anchor is down here. Okay, I want to make sure you guys understand something. Do you know that your comp plan, that when you bring in this person, but your leader's down here, and that leader becomes a diamond? Okay, do you understand that those points count towards you? Okay, even though it's 15 levels down. So this is why it's so important for you to map out your organization. It's got to be a visual. Okay, and a lot of you, I know you could click through your genealogy, right, to see the volume, but you should be very aware of it, and you should map out your entire team. And just look at, do I have enough people on my team, right, to reach a rank advancement? And then you got to put volume to it, okay? And you got to be in communication with your people. If I have a leg of business that has 20 people on it, okay, and I have 10 of those people working, is it unrealistic to think that I'm going to get $10,000 in total volume from that business leg? Of course. So this is how you map out so nothing's a surprise. But if this is you and you only have 2 people, okay, and you're trying to rank advance and you keep telling yourself, well, I'm going to become a diamond this pay cycle, you're not. You don't have the foundation. You don't have the foundation. And the foundation to hit any ranking, and I know I trained on this the other day, right, is having 20 people left and 20 people right. Because in order to get my 5 team developers left and my 5 team developers right, that's going to set my foundation to go president and above, okay, I got to have 40 people. That's just the reality of it. So everything, just like in anything that you'll ever do in any business, you got to have the proper foundation. But I just want you guys to really map it out. Buy a whiteboard. Map out your entire organization. And then be a very good sponsor of people. We got to put that into play. And that's the only way you're going to go out there and really start to build a business. Okay, now watch. Once I have, and I've mapped out my entire organization, now you got to understand, okay, the foundation of your business. Okay, if you're going out there and you're talking to people, right, and you're sending out that 2-minute video, okay, how do we generate sales? How do we generate people's interest? Well, what's driving our business at World Global Network is the simplicity of getting people that 2-minute video. Right now, we all understand we have a product that's in technology. Now, we also understand, okay, that in order to build a retail customer base, right, we have to have faith in the product, right? We have to have faith that the product sells. Once we have this faith or belief, okay, what happens to our self-esteem? Right? So if you're using the product, right, and you have other people using the product, just like this producer from the Today Show. She said, well, can someone, this is a week ago, she goes, can someone send me the product? So Lisa immediately overnighted her the product to New York, and yesterday she was walking her through all the features. Okay, as she was walking her through all the features of the heart rate and the EKG, okay, and the panic button. She put Lisa down as a person to receive the panic button. And as soon as she pressed it twice, Lisa showed her, okay, through Zoom meeting that, look it, I was just notified. I know where you are in New York and the GPS. So this person's faith in the product skyrocketed. And then she put her husband down as a guardian. And all the features that we walked her through, okay, she was so very excited about the product. So what do you think happened? You think that person has faith in the product? See, everything is about getting belief. Everything that you do is about your belief system. Okay, and that's going to build your self-esteem. But here's where we take you out of the mix. The way to get and generate sales is I don't have to be somebody that's a product expert. This is where a lot of you are stalling, right? You think you have to talk about the product. You think you have to understand the product. Okay, there's something called the Balance Program. It's another training that we'll do. Okay, and the Balance Program is I have products and I have an opportunity. Now, what do people mostly like to talk about? They like to talk about the product. Why? Because it's tangible. You could touch it. You could feel it, right? You could see it. Okay, but understand something. You have to dummy down. You can't ever represent yourself as a product expert because it's a never-ending circle of questions. The last thing you want is a never-ending circle of questions. What you have to do is say, listen, here's the results I'm getting, right? Here's what I love about the Helo, but what I want you to do is watch this 2-minute video. Well, how does it work? Watch the 2-minute video. What features does it have? Watch the 2-minute video. Don't be the reason. I'm telling you, this is a mistake because what happens, as I said in my opening, right, you then start to talk. And the more you talk, right, the more you talk, the more questions you're going to be asked. And the more questions you're asked, right, people are then determining if they even want the product at that point. I never explain the product. I'll explain. Ward, am I back on? Okay. All right. So you want to just make sure, guys, you're leveraging the 2-minute video. Okay. And I just want you to, I want to caution you, guys, to stop talking so much about the product. Because if that's all you're talking about, you're out of balance. Okay. This is the vehicle. The vehicle is the helo, but the message becomes the 2-minute video. Okay. So once you have that faith in the product, now the other part of your foundation is the opportunity. Okay, now here's where a lot of people get stuck. What is opportunity? Think about it. What's opportunity? If I said to everybody on this call, I'm gonna unmute 5 people. Explain to me what an opportunity looks like. Could you? You know what opportunity is? It's your vision of it. And I know this is a big part of what we talk about all the time on Diamond Zone. It's your vision. What do we say? You sell amateurs sell product, professionals sell vision. What have we been selling at World Global Network? The vision of where we're going. So you could sell the vision of World Global Network. That's what you see on an opportunity presentation. But until you crystallize your vision on where you're going, you can't describe the opportunity. So if I unmuted somebody and say, tell me your vision of your business, could you? This is what you got to practice. You got to practice telling people where you are, but more importantly, the vision and why you chose this product. How many times have you guys heard me say it? What separates this product from everybody else's? Does anybody know? What's the separation? Is it the EKG? Is it the blood glucose? No, what is it? I get paid on this product. And some people kind of cringe when I say that, but it's the truth. I'm not going to manufacture the truth. The truth is I'm excited about this product because I get paid here. Now, does that mean it's not the best product? It's the best product because this is the one I'm marketing. That's why it's the best. But why are people going to get involved with me? Because of my product or because of my vision? People get involved with people. People don't get involved with product. They may get excited about the product, and that may fuel their decision because they think, oh my gosh, if I could be first with that blood glucose, but eventually it's going to come back to what? It's going to come back keeping the excitement. And keeping the excitement is giving people a vision of what they could accomplish. That's how you grab people. I'm trying to find people. I'm trying to ignite somebody on these calls every morning or every time we do a meeting, right, to really find their vision. And when they find their vision, hopefully it then helps them start doing the necessary things to build their business. I'm trying to fuel desire. That's what you're trying to do, guys. You know how many great products are out there? You know how many different multi-level marketing companies are out there? Well, why is it if I go and Lisa goes to any company, we're going to make money? You think it's because their product was better? No, because we're going to be, wherever we go, there we are. And wherever we are, we know without a doubt, okay, we know how to build a business. Because people get involved with people that know where they're going. And I'm going to ask everybody today, do you know where you're going with this business? Okay, I know you're on these calls. I know you support the system, but you got to have your vision crystallized. And this is what you share with people. My vision is to be earning $1 million a month here in the next 18 months. 1 million a month. Well, why? Because I understand that Chanita and Nat did it in 10 months. And let's say they're double, they're that much better than me, then it's going to take me 18 months. But I know without a doubt, okay, that's where we're going. And when you speak with conviction and belief, right, this is what you're talking about. I'm not talking about comp plans. If you want to know about the comp plan, watch the presentation. What I want to share with you is you're getting involved with the right person. Okay, now here we go again, and I know a lot of you know it, but it's keep reiterating it. What if you don't have the vision? What if you're brand new? Whose vision do you have to borrow? Okay, who above you do you have that has unshakable vision and unshakable belief? That's who you leverage. And you're just transparent with the people. Listen, I'm brand new. But let me tell you what got me excited. It's the people I'm working with. It's not Hilo. It's the people I'm working with. Yes, I love the Hilo. Yes, it's a category creator. But I got involved in the business because of the people that are providing the vision for me. Let me do a three-way call with you. And then that's how you do it. You borrow somebody else's belief. That's the opportunity. And if you borrow my belief and you get a couple of wins underneath your belt, what do you think happens to your self-esteem? Now it's like, okay, Jeff, don't need you anymore. I got this. Right, Shaylisa and Tim? Okay, doing your own calls now? Right, I pulled them into doing the opportunity calls. They're starting to lead their teams. Okay, Bill Davies, same thing. They don't need me now. They leveraged me. Now, am I still there for them? Of course, just like I'm still there for my kids who are 27 and 24. But you know what? They're out there. But if they still need mom and dad are here. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. So you're trying to duplicate. But I want you to start to practice your belief. How do you do that? Start telling as many people as you can your story. That's why we spend so much time on testimonials, three-way calls, all the things that we talk about here. Because everybody, every day, changes where they are. If you're personally growing, you're always changing where you are. And as you receive this information, even though you may have heard it 10 different times, maybe today is the day that it makes sense. You know me, do you know how many Super Saturdays I've been to? Do you know how many conferences I have been to in 24 years? Do you know how many times I've heard the same thing over and over again, just told in a different way? But every time I come to an event, regardless, I take something away from it. Because I'm at a different place. I took notes. I took lots of notes. Okay, here's my notes from Saturday. I took lots of notes at the speakers. Now, have I heard it before? Of course. But there's certain things, okay, that I'm taking away from that because I'm ready to hear it. Yeah, you could still learn after 24 years, guys. And then the training. This is the foundation of your company. I have a great product. Now I'm sharing with people the opportunity. And when I share with people the opportunity, don't I then start sponsoring people? If I never share the business attached to the product, what do I become? I become someone that just sells product. Is that okay? Nothing wrong with that. If you just want to sit there and make your 10% every time you sell a product, great. But if I take it to another step and I share with people there's a business attached to the product because I'm sharing my vision, this is where I start to sponsor, right? Now, what happens when you sponsor? You got to have the training. Okay, the training becomes the direction. Because the same person that shared the vision now becomes the person that gives direction. So if I'm sitting down and I'm talking to Ward and I say, Ward, let me tell you where we're going. Let me tell you about World Global Network. Let me tell you my story. Let me tell you why I chose this company. Because I was with the company for 16 total years, Ward, and I got a 2-minute video. And instantly after watching that 2-minute video, Ward, I knew this was different because nobody was doing what this company was about to do. And so now, 7 months ago, we left a company we spent 16 years with, and we're now full-time. And Ward, you know what I'm doing? I'm looking for leadership. I'm looking for people, okay, that want to go out there and change their financial situation. Ward, do you keep your business options open? Perfect. Okay, watch this 2-minute video. Watch this 5-minute video. And then once I get Ward into the business, right now, the same person, me, that shared my vision with Ward, I become the person that gives him direction. And here's the most important nugget I'll give you. All I could do is tell Ward what to do and see if he does it. That's all I can do. That's all I could do. If I fuel Ward's desire enough for him to make a decision, and then I sit down with him. Now, what's the direction? The direction in the beginning is the welcome letter. That's his direction. I'm not making stuff up. I'm just going to follow a simple system. Ward, do this, this. It's all written out in the welcome letter. How to set up his website, the different links I want him to go to, right? How to make his list. And I'm sitting there just walking him through, right, to see if he does it. But I'm giving him direction. Now, Ward, let's get your first 2 done right away. Let me tell you what I did. Why do you think I do that every time I do a presentation? Why do you think I say I got this done in 5 minutes? Because I'm looking for people that want to get it done in 5 minutes. That's why. I'm not looking for people that take 16 months to get their first 2. That's not who you're looking for. So I'm giving Ward the direction. So the same person that gave the vision is the one given direction. And so now let's say Ward goes out there and gets his first 2. Am I going to stay there? Absolutely. I'm going to live there. Because I found somebody that took the direction. Hey, you guys, as you all know, not everybody you sponsor takes direction, right? And let me tell you, here's the biggest problem. And it's not them, it's us. Because people are people. The biggest problem is thinking you're going to change them. And you stay there. And you keep calling Ward. Ward, hey man, did you make your list? No answer. Next day, Ward, it's Jeff. I thought you told me you were excited. Okay, did you get your first 2? No return call. Hey Ward, it's Jeff. Phone disconnected. And you keep calling. You keep calling. You keep beating up Ward. You want to know why you do this, everybody? Because Ward's the only one you have. Ward became your opportunity because he's your only guy that you're working with. And you're trying to beat the hell out of Ward to make him help you become a diamond. No. Whose problem is that? Ward's or yours? It's yours. Ward hasn't changed, and I'm just using Ward. Okay? Ward's going, stop using my name. Okay? Okay. What? Ward is the guy who made a decision that everything that Ward has done, he never follows through with. So why do you think you're going to be good enough to change him? That's why you got to sponsor somebody else and give them direction. And if they don't take it, you got to sponsor somebody else to give them direction. Why do you think you need 40 people sponsored to get traction? This is why, everybody. You keep giving direction to the same people that don't do anything. And you keep going, well, my team is not doing it. Well, guess what? Your team is not doing it. So what do you got to do? If a professional basketball team or football team has a team not doing it, what do? They go to the draft. Am I not right? And they go, well, I got 4 first-round draft picks. I got to pick 4 new people and give them direction. Or I got to go in the free agent market, and I got to pick somebody else that wants to go to work. It's the same thing. If I had a manager at Bally's that wasn't doing it after giving him direction, what did I do? Well, at Bally's, I could fire. I was the boss. I can't fire Ward. You can't fire the people doing nothing. So what do? You go out there and you hire somebody else. Well, how do you hire in multi-level? You sponsor. Well, how do you sponsor in multi-level? You share your vision. How do you get people to listen to your vision? By sharing a 2-minute video. Do you guys understand this? This is what we do. This is your craft. And if you have the wrong people, go get another one. So you could give them direction. And all you're looking for really, and I don't want you guys thinking like this, but really, and all, at the end of the day, don't you just need one good person left and one good person right? But see, everybody's looking for 2. No, you can't look for 2. You got to look for 200 to get 2. That's how you get 2. Well, Jeff, I got 2. They're not doing anything. You told me if I have 2 people, I could become financially independent. You can. But you got to run your numbers. And you got to keep running numbers and giving direction. You got to keep running numbers, shutting your vision, and giving direction. That's the business. And if you add to it, always having fun when you're doing it, you'll keep doing it. But if you don't, and you're always looking like you're having a root canal, no one's following you. You got to have fun with this thing. And that's how you do it. And you don't take yourself so seriously. When you bring somebody in, you give the same direction as you do everybody else. Listen, everybody, the right people just do. The right people just do, period. You don't have to force the right people. So now, once I have that, you see your foundation? Now I got to find people and focus in on the vision. Okay, look it. I sponsor Ward. What's he doing? He's buying into my vision. Right? That's how he made a decision. He made his decision not because he has vision. He bought into it because he bought into my vision. He liked the product. He knows he's with the right person, and that helped him make a decision. Okay? Then I gave Ward direction. Now, once I see him doing it, I got to get him to focus in on his vision. I got to fan and help him find his desire. Does that make sense? Because I'm looking to duplicate, right? And the only way to duplicate is get him to understand why he's doing it. I got to find his why. I got to find his desire. Because until I do that, right, what he's doing may be short-lived because nothing's driving him to keep doing it. This is how you find people's desire. And when you do that, you don't need a lot of people. Because the only way to duplicate, okay, is to duplicate yourself. Now, here we go. This is more come to Jesus stuff. Maybe you are duplicating yourself. Maybe your organization looks just like what you've been doing. I don't know. All I'm saying is this, okay? What you do has to be worth teaching. And I said this, and Lisa said this the other day, or on Saturday. She's told the whole audience, she said, listen, everybody tells me that they're looking for somebody just like them. Because people say, well, if I just had people just like me. Then she said, maybe you have a team of people just like you. In other words, if everybody on your team, let's all be real here for a second. If everybody on your team did what you did this pay cycle in total volume, would you be rich or would you be broke? Oh, awkward pause, Jeff. Okay, here we go. How much volume personally did you do this pay cycle? And let's say you had 500 people doing that. 250 people on each side. See, Caitlin's shaking her head. She'd be good. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm just asking questions. There's no pointing. I don't have to point fingers. You can't lie to the mirror. Okay, so who's the first thing that has to change? Us. We're trying to make our group change. No, your group is doing what you're doing. And a lot of you are doing a lot of great things, guys. But I'm just trying to get you to look at really how you build a company here. You build a company based on this foundation. See, in a lot of companies, all they have, people say, why don't you just put your product on the shelf? Don't you love that question? Right? I don't understand why you don't just put it on the shelf. Well, because it's multi-level. That's why. What are you talking about? Okay? See, most companies have a retail product, they put it on the shelf. See, what separates our product is the opportunity and the training that comes along with it. Right? It's the same thing. I use the analogy all the time. If I took away Hilo here and I put McDonald's, right? Take away Hilo, take this away, watch, okay? If I did this, go away, okay? If I did this, and instead of Hilo, we put McDonald's here. Mickey D's, okay? Is this not the same thing? Is it not the same thing? What does McDonald's do? People have faith in their product. They have faith that the product gives them indigestion, period. They know the product sells. And the people that buy the McDonald's franchise owner knows people are gonna buy the hamburgers. So that's not even a question. McDonald's does not spend a lot of time when they find a franchise owner on showing them the ingredients of the meat. They know it's bad ingredients. They don't show them, okay, what's in the fries or the degree of the grease that cooks the fries. They don't talk about all that stuff because the person buying the franchise for $2.2 million knows that the product sells. There's no time spent at McDonald's school because you do know that. If you buy a McDonald's franchise, you go to McDonald's school. Do you know how I know that? Because when I was working at Bally's, when I first got started, I worked in Oak Brook, Illinois, at a health club called Lombard. And the road was Butterfield Road. And 1 mile down from the health club was McDonald's school. You know how I knew that? Because the people that were at McDonald's school would come to the health club at lunchtime to work out. And I would talk to them. I go, what are you doing? They go, we bought a McDonald's franchise. I go, great, what are you doing here? I'm at McDonald's school. I go, what? Yeah, 2 weeks. This is how I learned about McDonald's school. I go, what are they teaching you? I go, they must be teaching you how to cook the hamburgers. No, they're talking about how to run the franchise. We know the hamburgers are gonna be sold. Well, don't you know that Hilo's gonna be sold? Okay, take that out of it. That's a 2-minute video. Now, what does McDonald's do? They tell people about the vision. Correct? Here's what can happen if you buy a McDonald's franchise. You give me $1.2 million, and if you have a good location, you can make $150,000 a year. Right? And we're gonna provide the training because I want you to duplicate another franchise. I would love you to buy more franchises. Is it not the same thing? So stop thinking this is just multi-level. It has nothing to do with it. McDonald's is actively still looking for franchise owners. Do you know that? You would think it'd be saturated. And McDonald's has been around for years, right? And you think, oh my God, there'll be no opportunity now because there's a McDonald's on every corner. They still sell franchises every day. Every day. And I just want to get your head right. People say, well, this is multi-level. No, this is business. I could put anything here. I could put Foot Locker here. Any franchise does the same thing. So that's what separates our product from anything. What separates your product is we have a business attached to it. So make sure you're in balance as you build your foundation. Say that again. Make sure you're in balance while you build your foundation. Your product doesn't take any explaining. See, I had to get my hands around this, guys, because before when I had supplements, they tried it for 2 weeks. They had to make sure it worked. They want to research ingredients. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Over here, it's so simple. I don't have to answer product questions. I don't have to hear how the product made them feel. I just say, watch the 2-minute video. That's how you stay in balance on the product side. The side you really want to then enter into it is sharing your vision around the product. If they buy into your vision, great, sponsor them. If they don't, sell them the product. And this is not a long process, guys. If you got people still asking questions or are still hesitant after about 48 hours of putting people into the system, next. How long did it take you once you saw the 2-minute video? Did you not take necessary steps once you got the 2-minute video? Did it make you go to the 5-minute? Want more information? If you look at your journey, don't expect differently from everybody else. It consumed me after I watched the first 2-minute video. It consumed me. And so why would we expect everybody else's journey to be different? We shouldn't, right? So that's the foundation. This is what I want you guys to really focus in on. Focus in, draw out your organization today. As we go into the new pay cycle, okay, starting tomorrow, obviously close out strong today, but as we go into the new pay cycle, look at your entire organization. Write all your frontline people out first, and then start looking underneath your frontline people. And if your frontline person's not the one, how far down is a potential leader? Someone that's actually doing it. And once you have that, you're going to look at your foundation. And then what you want to do, obviously, now is go out there and you got to put together your plan. Remember, if I'm going to put 40 people in 6 months, normally what happens is you put 12 people in your first month and you put 6 to 8 people in every other month. Now you got the foundation to go president. If you were a consistent president, does anybody know what you're making per pay cycle? If you're a consistent president, go play with your numbers. 20% of 10,000, that's minimum to be a president. I'm sorry, 50,000. 20% of 50,000 is what? $10,000 a week. Would you build and go out there and put together a foundation to get to $10,000 a week? Let's just stop there. Well, there you go. So anyway, guys, appreciate all of you. Monday morning, remember, tomorrow morning, today's show, 8:30, but obviously we will reconvene before that because we get on at 7 a.m. So have a great day. Close out this pay cycle very strong, and we'll talk to everybody very soon. Oh, by the way, new opportunity presentation that I recorded yesterday's call with the new slides is now on Giamalva Global. The new presentation is now on Giamalva Global. Okay, so if you want to send that out, once people watch the videos and they don't want to get on a live one, you could send them that one. Guys, thanks very much. Talk to you soon.